So how often do you complain about Smurfs? How often do you think you're losing against Smurfs? And is that legit a concern? Is Riot doing enough to battle Smurfs? Well, if those are the questions that you're asking yourself, and I ask myself those questions as well, and I wanted to put them to test. So, of course, it's a low sample size, but I wanted to give some perspective. I made a completely new account, and I try-harded in it to get as soon as possible to Immortal to see what's going on. Welcome to LOTHARHS Valorant Laboratory. So, this episode is a little bit different because typically I don't do that kind of content, but it's something that so many people complain about. I thought it's a good topic for a conversation. Like in general, many people complain that they are losing and not ranking up because they're just always playing against Smurfs. That's a different conversation to have. But I was always defending Riot, saying that their system is built in a way that will rank up Smurfs as soon as possible for them to reach their designated rank. Right? That's what I always was saying, because of the performance bonus, because of the way that they're boosting the gains of rank points for the people that are overperforming and are obviously Smurfs. Right? So I made a completely new account. I played only unrated on it to get to level 20, and I try-harded in unrated. Now, why did I do that? Because when you try-hard in unrated, you're gonna increase your initial MMR for your placement matches. Yes, you heard that right. That is actually something that is in the game. The way that you perform in other game modes will affect your initial 5 placements that you have for the first time when you play ranked. Now, it is important because I wanted to have the highest possible rank after the placements. To give you context as well, typically, I'm an Immortal 2-3 player, right? Like for the past 3 years, I always, every single season, peaked at Immortal 3, typically finished around like top 10 to top 5k at Immortal, which was, by the way, between Immortal 2, Immortal 3, and then my maximum RR was 550 points on a solo queue account. I got to Radiant once, but that was episode 1 when solo queuing. I don't think it's even comparable to what is happening now. So I'm not gonna say I'm a Radiant player. I'm just like a low Immortal 3 player, right? To give you a little bit of context. So with that in mind, even though my mechanics are not like super insane, I should be ranking up pretty fast. Now, when I made the new account, I will show you what are my stats on this account after playing for 32 hours, and that's 57 matches. I have won 78.9% of the games in competitive mode on this account when I played on it. Now, bear in mind, this is solo queuing only, right? After my 5 initial placement matches, I got into Plat 2. To show you this, I'm gonna go to episode 8, Act 1, because a few days before the end of this act we started playing, I think like 2 days or 1 day before the end of that act. As you can see, I ranked into Plat 2, got into Diamond 1 with a double rank up after the first win, as you can see here, right? And then I went to Diamond 2, Diamond 3, the act finished, so I had to play 1 placement match to get back to Diamond 3, and then I went up to Immortal 1 after a few games. Now, right now, as you can see, I'm on 15 rank points because I stopped playing after the initial rank up, and I'm in top 14k. That's another topic for a video, because Riot did something really, really like a big change. Riot made an insane change to the amount of Immortal players that are currently on the leaderboard. Typically, when you were at like 10 to 15 points with Immortal, you were at like 35k. You know, it was at least in EMEA. I don't know about the other regions, but in EMEA, you were very, very low on the rank leaderboard. Right now, if you're at 99 points, you're in top 6k. So Riot did definitely change something, and I'm incredibly disappointed that Riot didn't communicate with us what they changed. But anyway, this is not the topic of the video. So now, as you can see, the rank points are not really that big of a gain, right? So that's what I seen when I was playing on this account. Even though I was consistently getting very good performances, I was winning with high differences. Like for example here, 13-4 win, match MVP, only 19 points, right? At Ascendant 3. But then when you lose one game, like or for example here on Bind, I was performing badly though on Reyna, 8-14 with 4-13 defeat, and I lost 22 points. But then the next match, we won 13-10 and gained 14. So what does that tell us? That tells us that the game doesn't consider me, the player who is currently at Ascendant 3 on that match, to be worth of Ascendant 3. Why? Because of the hidden MMR. The hidden MMR works this way. So essentially, when you have a rank, a visual rank, I will show you this on a blackboard over here. So this is gonna be our rank, right? This is gonna be whatever rank it is, right? And then we're gonna have the hidden MMR behind it. This is the hidden MMR, right? So this is MMR, and this is gonna be rank. So when the rank is exactly at the same point as the MMR, you're gonna get equal gains and equal losses of the rank points because the MMR is on your rank. So you're not gonna go up, you're not gonna go down, you're just steady. But if the game perceives you to be slightly boosted, for example, and your MMR is below your rank, right? So the visual rank that you currently have, so we can say that this is in that particular position, this was the Ascendant 3, and I had a lower MMR because the game thinks so by giving me less points. That means that whenever I win, I'm gonna gain less points for winning, right? So I'm gonna get not a lot of points for winning, but when I lose, I'm gonna get wrecked and I'm gonna lose a lot of points, right? So the game thinks I'm literally not smurfing. Even though, right, guys, I have a 80% win rate on this account in solo queue, which is top 0.1 percentile of the entire population. Now that's weird, right? Like this is just this new act, 78% win rate, 29 wins, 8 losses, 150 damage per round, and 1.3 KD ratio. Now, what do I think about that? What kind of conclusions do I get from it? I think that the game, the system that Riot has, thinks about Smurfs in only one way, and that is personal performance when it comes to damage and KD ratio and not win rate. Because my damage and KD is not super incredible. Like it's good, but it's definitely not top tier. Like 150 damage per round is 1 kill per round. That's not super duper like impressive. It's good. It's very good, but it's not incredible, right? But the win rate overall showcases that I'm somehow winning absolutely insane amount of games, right? So what is happening is I legit think that the game considers Smurfs only if they get insane amount of damage on the rounds, and it doesn't matter how many games are you winning. Now, I do think that that is a problem because I have spent too many games, in my eyes, in the lower ranks and not got boosted up to Immortal as soon as possible. I have overall played 57 matches. That's 32 hours playtime. And I'm not even at my typical rank yet. I'm not at Immortal 2. I'm not at Immortal 3, right? So I'm gonna still have to play a lot more matches to get into that rank. And if the game feels like I am not, like, you know, I'm not on that rank yet, right? Because the points are not that incredible, the gains are not that incredible, I'm gonna get bumped down, right? So I have to manage an incredible win rate to actually get to Immortal 2 and Immortal 3. While on the other account, on my main account, or on this other solo queue account that I have, reaching Immortal 2 or 3 is not going to be a problem because the accounts are legacy accounts. My main account, my solo queue account, because those are the two accounts that I played on, right, are just going to be legit Immortal 2 and 3 every single season with just 50% win rate. Because the MMR doesn't get swung that much, right? Because of the amount of matches, the thousands of matches that I have on them. So I do think that this is a problem with current system because it showcases that, in my eyes, this is just not fast enough. But again, this is a very, very small sample size. It's just one account and it's just me playing on it, right? Who's not someone mechanically gifted. Like, I'm decent, but I'm not pro level that you typically would complain about Smurfs, right? So, yeah, I'll be honest with you. It is a little bit awkward because I always thought that when you make a new account and you're gonna try hard and you're gonna get faster to Immortal. And getting Immortal by itself, I don't think it's like super incredible. Like it's like, okay, you have reached Immortal, but it's like they're still way high up on the leaderboard to actually get into anything meaningful. And even getting Immortal 3 was not very impressive in the past. Right now, after the Riot changes to the leaderboard, maybe getting to Immortal 3 is actually more impressive than in the past. But again, we don't know what changed. We don't know what exactly changed to the leaderboard, that there's not many people right now. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Because what I think Riot needs to change to battle Smurfs in a better way is to actually increase the gains primarily when it comes to win rate and not only the performance. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, in all of the games that I played, right? In all of the games that I played, in 57 matches, I'm going to show you the first ones because those were the easiest ones, right? In the first 20 matches on Act 1, Episode 8, so right after placement matches, I had 16-4. And in placement matches, I got 3 wins and 2 losses. 1 loss in placement matches was essentially because we played 4v5, quite literally. It was almost impossible to win. And 1 other loss was, I can't even remember, but it was like a normal game and just was unlucky. But in general, in the first 20 matches on this account, I was performing way higher because I was playing against diamonds and plats, right? Like, I was playing against ascendants on second match after the placement matches, right? So, and I was performing very well, like 175 damage per round, 1.5 KD, and not a single match on this account, on those 20 matches, on the initial 20 matches on this account, I never got performance bonus. Even though we have match MVP'd many, many times, we had insane performances, dropping 25 kills almost every game, and so on, and there was not a single bonus performance, which is very weird. So I don't know exactly what happened, but it is impossible for me to see that and say, hey, this is working as intended. I think the gains that I had on this account were not correct to battle me as a Smurf. And because of that, I think Riot needs to think about it a little bit more and change the way that they give performances bonuses based on the damage done, but also primarily the win rate. Because it is insane to me to think that having 78 to 80% win rate doesn't boost you much faster than overall 57 matches, right? Like, that's insane. Like, having that kind of win rate should get you already to like Immortal 2 or something. But then, of course, it would entail that you would play in different lobbies, so it's not exactly comparable. But I should be, in my eyes, I should be Immortal after like 40 matches maximum with the same kind of stats, like with 80% win rate. So if I play 10 matches, I win 8 and lose 2, I should be Immortal after 40 matches, right? Not after 57 matches. So I'm really curious what you guys think about this. And did you have an experience of yourself? Let me know in comments and I'll sure to reply. You know, we're gonna make probably a follow-up to this video when I'll be playing a little bit more on this account and see how fast can we get to Immortal 300. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you in the next episode. Remember to like and subscribe and so on.